Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to explore the division of Rome. But before we begin, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss our latest videos. When we hear the name Rome, one image instantly comes to mind: that overwhelming imperial glory, unmatched military might, and the eternal city that ruled most of the ancient world for centuries. But what many don't know is that this mighty empire didn't collapse overnight. Its fall began from within, a slow erosion that split it into two halves, east and west, before its grand pillar finally crumbled, leaving behind a patchwork of warring states. Today, we'll explore the story of that division, its causes, its consequences, and how it paved the way for the birth of modern Europe. Rome at the height of its power. During the 1st and 2nd centuries AD, the Roman Empire reached the peak of its strength, especially under Emperor Trajan. Its borders stretch from Britain in the west to the Euphrates River in the east, and from Germania in the north to the desert of Africa in the south. Rome was the beating heart of culture, law, commerce, and military might, home to nearly one-fifth of the world's population at the time. But beneath this golden age, the seeds of division had already been sown. The vast size of the empire, its immense ethnic and cultural diversity, and the difficulty of controlling its distant frontiers were challenges that would one day prove fatal. Crisis and political decline. By the 3rd century AD, Rome entered a dark period known as the Crisis of the 3rd century. In just 50 years, from 235 to 284 AD, more than 20 emperors rose and fell, most of them assassinated or overthrown. Economic collapse spread across the empire. Epidemics devastated populations. Barbarian invasions came from all directions. Rome began losing control of its provinces, temporarily at first, and the new semi-independent states emerged: the Gallic Empire in the west and the Palmyrene Empire in the east. Although Emperor Aurelian managed to reunite the empire in 274 AD, the fractures had already taken form. The idea of dividing the empire geographically and administratively was no longer a matter of if, but when. The Great Reforms and Administrative Division. When Emperor Diocletian took power in 284 AD, he realized Rome could be ruled by one man alone. He established the Tetrarchy, the system of 4 rulers, dividing the empire into 2 main halves, east and west. Each half was governed by an Augustus, senior emperor, and assisted by a Caesar, junior emperor. The goal was efficiency, to respond faster to crises and defend the borders. But instead of uniting the empire, this new system deepened its internal rift. Each emperor began building personal loyalty among his troops and provinces, turning unity into contest. Constantine the Great. The final split begins. In 1312 AD, Emperor Constantine the Great reunited the empire after a series of brutal civil wars. Yet one of his greatest decisions would also mark the final fracture: the relocation of the imperial capital. Constantine moved the seat of power from Rome to the ancient city of Byzantium, renaming it Constantinople. Strategically brilliant, yes, but symbolically, it shifted the heart of the empire eastward, leaving old Rome weakened and sidelined. Constantine's adoption of Christianity at the state religion further intensified the divide, pitting the old pagan elites against the rising Christian order. The official division, 395 AD. After Emperor Theodosius I died in 395 AD, the empire was officially divided between his two sons. The Western Roman Empire ruled by Honorius switched capitals in Rome and later Ravenna. The Eastern Roman Empire ruled by Arcadius with its capital in Constantinople. The division was far more than administrative. It marked the birth of two different worlds, each with its own culture, army, economy, and destiny. The East would soon be known as the Byzantine Empire, while the West began its slow descent towards ruin. The fall of the Western Empire, 476 AD. The Western Empire didn't last long. Relentless invasions by Germanic tribes, the Vandals, Goths, and Huns tore it apart. Governments crumbled, economies collapsed, and the army disintegrated. In 410 AD, the Visigoths under Alaric sacked the city of Rome, an unthinkable event that shocked the world. Then, in 455 AD, the Vandals repeated the horror. Finally, in 476 AD, the Germanic general Odoacer deposed the young emperor Romulus Augustulus. That year would be remembered as the end of the Western Roman Empire. The Byzantine Empire, the Eastern Legacy. Meanwhile, the Eastern Roman Empire, the Byzantine Empire, continued for another 1,000 years. It flourished at times, especially under Emperor Justinian I, who tried to reconquer the lost western provinces and recompile Roman law into a single monumental code. Yet, over time, Byzantium became something different, a unique blend of Roman governance, Greek culture, and Orthodox Christianity. Greek replaced Latin as the official language, and Constantinople, not Rome, became the new center of civilization. From empire to rival kingdoms. After the fall of Western Empire, its territories fractured into several Germanic kingdoms. The Ostrogoths in Italy, the Franks in Gaul, the Vandals in North Africa, and the Anglo-Saxons in Britain. Western Europe turned into a mosaic of feudal states, ruled sometimes by sword, sometimes by alliance. Meanwhile, in the East, Constantinople endured, though locked in constant war with the Persians, then the rising Muslim empires, until it too fell in 1453 to the Ottomans. Conclusion. The division of Rome was not just a political split, it was a turning point in world history. From a vast, unified empire came a divided world, giving rise to new civilization and shaping the Europe we know today. From the collapse emerged kingdoms, cultures, and ideas that would redefine the Middle Ages, yet the shadow of Rome still lingers. In our laws, our architecture, our politics, even in the very idea of empire itself. Rome may have fallen, but its legacy never truly died.